How are you today?
Good. How are you?
You know,
On this day.
I like your new
Thank you.
designs.
Well, it's
Keeping it fresh.
yeah, it's keeping it succulent.
Succulent?
These are all succulents.
Oh, those are succulents. That's an interesting word, isn't it?
It really is.
It is. So I'm curious on something.
Yeah, go ahead, Kevin.
What is the Wayback Machine? That's just a fun word to say. The Wayback Machine.
Doesn't
right?
it? It honestly feels like you're about to get on like a ride, like you've been waiting in line for a
Like
long
a roller
time, and you're
coaster.
like, come on in.
Like a roller, like
Yeah.
Back to the Future, the Wayback Machine.
Mm-hmm.
So what is
it?
What is the Wayback Machine?
Oh man, it's one of my favorite tools. So the Wayback Machine is connected to archive.org. So archive.org is a nonprofit that is basically not tasked, but one of the things they do is literally archive every website on the internet since the beginning of the internet.
Okay.
So the Wayback Machine, literally, that's why they call it the Wayback Machine, because you can literally type any address into the Wayback Machine, and it'll take you to that website. What it does is it's like a chart. I'll show it here, but it's like a chart, and it has like little it kind of divides it up by year.
Okay.
And then you can pick when in that year when you want to see that website. Now, the larger the website, the more. It's just like
Snapshots
Google,
you get.
more snapshots.
Right. Okay.
So-
So we could look at like our first website for our Envision It Solutions.
We certainly could.
We could go back and look at the very first
can
website that
laugh.
we could laugh. I'm
Yeah.
sure we would laugh.
Yeah.
And see the progression of You could see the progression of
Yeah,
any
it's
website.
well, and I'll tell you one of the reasons I use it probably multiple times a week at least, is inevitably, it's almost always. This is going to sound self-serving, right? It's almost none of the websites that I built, but like a client will come and say, "Hey, Mike, our website's crashed."
Right.
Not a client. Maybe it's an IT client that we don't do their website, or they had it built by somebody else, or whatever.
Right.
I'm not saying
They're
we don't have a website.
contacting us because
Exactly.
Of that. Right.
So, hey, Mike, why the website's down? We don't know. All the information is coming from us, and then we have no backups, right? We're talking about backups and everything. So you go to the Wayback Machine, you pull it up, it looks like magic. You have all the content on the website. You can't actually physically pull the website back up in many cases.
Right, but you have.
But you have the website again.
Right.
You can look at the staffing, the whatever, and sometimes it's missing some
rebuild
pages.
it.
Rebuild it, exactly.
Right.
Reference it for colors. But it's also, one of the fun things about the Wayback Machine is it's just it's super nerdy. But what isn't? What we deal with, right? But it's super nerdy to go back and to look
Better to be nerdy than geeky, right?
Boy, they're...
Well,
yes.
that's another
a different
conversation.
topic.
Yeah,
What
that
is?
Yes,
nerdy
what is?
versus-
Okay.
So you can go to like yahoo.com and look at like Yahoo back in the 90s. I mean, it's insane. It looks like a Word document basically with
Yahoo, yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Right.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Google, the beginning of all, it's all archived. AOL.
I have a funny AOL story. You want me to
Go ahead.
Okay, funny AOL story. Okay. My mom
Boy,
got a new
which
computer.
one isn't, right?
My mom got a new computer a couple years ago, right? So I'm down there setting it up for her.
Okay.
And she said her number one thing was to make sure that the AOL icon was on her desktop.
Boy, this is a habit thing for her, isn't it? I mean,
because that's how she got to the internet.
This is her internet.
That was how she got to the internet.
it was
If
her
she
portal.
couldn't get to the AOL icon, she couldn't get to the internet. I said, Mom, you don't need the AOL. That's just a shortcut to Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, whatever.
Right.
She couldn't get it. She didn't understand, so I had to put the icon for
Did it go to just the AOL website?
Yes.
Okay.
It
So
was
you
a
basically
shortcut.
you faked your mom out with the AOL icon to the
But
home.
that's that generation, right?
Yeah,
But-
boy, it's
Okay,
interesting.
sorry to interrupt.
No. Boy, this would be a great video actually to do is AOL versus Prodigy was my first intro to the internet. You remember Prodigy?
We should look those up on
We should.
the
Prodigy,
Wayback Machine.
AOL.
The Wayback
right,
Machine.
Wayback Machine.
Yes.
Because they literally were the portal to the internet.
They were.
That's the only way you could do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do it other ways through bulletin boards and blah, 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 blah. But the average person, you get your email on AOL. You got do you remember the days that we're a little, do you remember the days you'd go to the grocery store and like, it was just stacked with AOL CDs everywhere?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah, like you go to and there's like, oh, want a free AOL CD? I'm like, yeah, great, this is going to be awesome. I never actually joined or anything, but Anyway.
Okay.
So let's go back to the Wayback Machine. So I mean, that's one of the reasons I use it is to reference websites, website colors, what a website used to look like, our old website, to see maybe have I ever done that before, or if this person done that before. I mean, clients think it's magic, frankly.
Oh yeah.
And for one reason, it's not. I mean, for some reason, it's not that well known, and I don't understand why. I mean, it should be.
Yeah.
A more
Well, you said it's a
commonly known-
tool, right? So
it's
I
a
mean,
tool.
I'm sure if you talk to your web colleagues, they use it too, right?
They do? Yeah, it's a commonly used thing.
In that area, I mean, it's very common.
Yeah.
So, well, that's cool.
So anyway, I mean, it's you know, like I said, I'll put some examples up here as we're talking or whatever. But yeah, boy, it's fun. Once again, nerdy, but all right. Hey, if you guys want to subscribe to what we're doing, we're going to be doing these videos all the time.
Subscribe below and also like us.
Like us, and then comment if you guys want to hear, if you want a specific topic, or if you want to give us feedback about your AOL experiences or Prodigy experiences.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Anyway,
Thank you.
All right, guys, bye.